Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reacting to the toad that broke Australia. Finally this works. Finally! The toad that broke Australia. Yeah. Even though I said in my... Fuck, what did I eat? Even though I said no video for in my post, I said no video for today because I busted my back and leg. Well, fuck you. I do what I want, and this is my fucking channel. All right, let's get on with it.
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet.
No shit, Sherlock.
But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day. What
Really?
kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate? The answer is this fat fucking toad.
That is one fat ass toad. That is one fat toad.
But how did this war begin? Well, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go way back.
How
the year
long?
is 1866.
Oh, that
we are
long.
in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do. With the British.
Of course.
You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country. Part of
Of
that
course.
included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane. Sugar was
UK have sugarcane? Then why don't they use it? Why don't they use it on their food? Their food tastes disgusting.
valuable, not only for trade, but also
Damn.
because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it?
Okay then. Oh, it's for the tea.
But
What
you
did I
see,
expect?
sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia,
Of course.
which left them with one option. And so, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866. But the farmers
Queensland.
ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum.
Dermalipira alberherton. I think I said that wrong, but I don't give a shit.
These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers
Okay.
joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven and set to work demolishing the plant leaves. Now,
Oh.
funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their
Oh.
eggs around the base of the plants. These
Oh.
eggs hatched into larvae. And unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the
Okay.
roots.
Oh, that's gonna be a fucking problem.
And so the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted. And the farmers can do nothing but watch as sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits.
Oh, damn.
This whole situation
Forecast.
really pissed off the farmers, who banded together,
Of course it would.
went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir,
Of course. First they lost. Wait, they lost to a fucking frog, then the fucking emus.
horde of creatures
What
is
the
destroying
fuck?
the cane fields. Fuck. And so the
Oh.
Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900. This
Only in the 1900? Really? And the BSES sounds like bullshit.
team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place
Oh.
is covered in bugs. They are breaking my shit. How do I violently slaughter the local wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins? The BSES pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemical
25 fucking years and they couldn't figure out how to kill a fucking bug? What the shit?
Insecticides didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus, and it still didn't work.
Damn.
Then,
Oh my
one
God.
day in the office, while pondering this question, someone had an idea.
Wait, cool.
Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office, please give me anything. What about cane toads?
Okay,
What?
Ken, what?
Cane toads, those big fucking fat things that
That one big ass, that fat ass toad.
exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean,
Wait, what?
it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by an invasive species. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Everything. Okay, then.
And so, in June of 1936, 2,400 brave cane divers were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace.
Damn.
But there's just one small issue.
Of course there
Cane
is.
toads were fucking dog shit.
Huh?
Yeah, funnily enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
Oh, fuck.
I have the high ground.
On top of
Of
that,
course.
cane toads don't dig for food either, so they didn't eat the larvae. Now this all
Oh.
sounds like information that should have come up during the research and study phase of the plan.
Yeah.
This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase.
Of course.
The BSCS did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing an army of cane toads.
Of course.
Are
Of
you
fucking
fuck-
course. Of fucking course.
This
Of course. Oh,
complete
fucking course. Yeah.
absence of brain cells.
How are the fucking scientists if they don't know how the environmental shit works? How the fuck are they fucking scientists?
Caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological ups, and it's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species. You
Of
see,
course.
while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths. Rats,
Oh.
mice,
Lizard.
snails, baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of fucking Kirby.
Oh.
And then, not unlike the exact
Oh. The toad ate some sugarcane, didn't it? Of course it's fucking dead.
problem they were brought here to solve with all that food, they started reproducing.
Oh my
A
god.
lot. In fact,
Of course. Of fucking course.
female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch.
God fucking damn.
But I mean,
No wonder they're an invasive species. They lay that much fucking eggs.
this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has this under control.
Nope. Not even close.
Wait, what?
Poisonous.
Cane toads, they're poisonous. So
Of
those
course.
Little bulges on the shoulder. Those are parotoid glands, and they are packed to the
Para what?
brim with bufotoxin.
The fuck is bufotoxin?
No, that's not a D's nuts joke. Got him! Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the glands. And when ingested,
What the hell?
it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two,
Bufotenin?
the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Oh. Goddamn.
It's important to
painful
note
death.
that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles. Now, in their natural habitat, this isn't as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this f***ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem, and despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Calid toad.
Hey,
Now,
what?
quick question for the class. What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it? It gets bigger.
Why does it just fucking shoot the thing?
And so,
Oh wait, is that America? Of course.
shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country. The BSES noticed this and, did fucking nothing.
Of course.
Because it technically didn't affect the sugarcane. The
Of course it fucking didn't. Of course it fucking did.
swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES did nothing.
Of course.
Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing.
Of course.
The swarm advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine. By the 1980s, the toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them. And considering, at this point, there were 5 fucking million of them.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! No wonder that the toad, that damn fat ass toad, bro, almost broke Australia.
That happened a lot. So, with local wildlife being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
Listen, we fucked up.
but
Oh, do it! Oh, now you. Oh yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up real fucking good.
oh well, everyone makes mistakes. Nothing we can do about it. No,
No.
they left it for the government to clean up. Sir,
Of course.
second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field. Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done, and in 1986 began funneling federal
6
funds
fucking
into
years.
controlling the population. They tried trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit. Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites, but was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife. And
Of
so,
course.
the toad front continues to advance to this day. So where does that leave
Wait,
us?
what?
Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads
Oh
now
my God.
threaten a total of 75 native species, and they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction
Oh,
in parts
damn.
of the country they infest. And with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads,
Oh my
that
God.
infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future. And given
Oh
that they
my
have amassed a
God.
population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication, switching focus to harm reduction.
So they lost. So they lost to a fucking toad, and now, lost to a fucking bird. Australians keep getting ales, fucking big fucking ales from animals.
Using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances, the to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just fucking kill the toads. You are
Nice.
supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but, most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space, so they just use a fucking golf club or a car.
I will use a fucking bat.
And with
Damn.
this being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and Ricali
Oh, nice.
and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Now, jokes aside, you want to know who I feel genuinely fucking awful for? The toads.
Wait, what?
They didn't ask for any of this shit. They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this story are the BSES and the cane growers. Because
Of
you may be
course.
thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well,
Because of the fucking stupid.
that's the neat part. They weren't.
Wait,
The
what?
federal government banned the fucking idea when they came up for it in 1935, based
what?
on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger fucking issue than the beetles. But the BSES
damn.
and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We
Huh?
are stuck in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at scientific advice and went, nah. You have got to be fucked.
fucking.
G'day.
What the fuck? What the actual fucking hell? Oh my god! And I thought science is good, and I thought people couldn't get any stupider. Of course. All right. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. And comment down below. How stupid are the Australian government or BSES? All right. Laters.